I don't know if it's just me, but I absolutely hate getting notifications on my phone. It absolutely drives me mad. And maybe some of you guys can relate as well to what I'm saying. We all know those people, and this is actually most people, that have their phone goes off like it's having a spasm, like it's undergoing full seizure. It's vibrating, it's making sounds, it's basically about to start jumping up and down and dancing. That's how much notifications they're getting. And it's not because they're just that popular. It's simply because they have all their notifications on. So if some of you guys remember, back when we were teenagers, smartphones were somewhat of a new thing where a lot of us started getting smartphones, touch phones, iPhones, iPods, and those iconic notification sounds or just those bubble sounds and windows popping up were the best thing ever. It was so addictive. We'd be sitting on Facebook and we would just hear those little pop-ups or Skype even, and we'd just be sitting in those chat rooms all day or all evening. So we would be in school and our phones would be buzzing, going off, and we would be excited to check who messaged us, who liked our post, right? Everybody had Facebook back then. And then we started getting Instagram, Snapchat, and it was just so much fun. We've all been there. But these days, don't you feel like it's just getting kind of too much? We're starting to be aware about our overstimulation. I went from being a person who loved those notifications, so I completely get those people who have all of them on, but now I went to being a person that hates them. And I'll explain why. So first off, let's understand what the notifications are about. If you're receiving notifications about random emails or those apps that just give you information that don't matter, some kind of status updates, all of those things are so irrelevant. Yet, because it goes off on your phone, you still feel like checking it. And you check it and then you get disappointed because it's just some bullshit. Nobody cares about it. But what I really want to focus on, it's the actual messaging. When a person posted something or they sent you a message, or maybe you're in a bunch of group chats and they're talking or having a conversation. So when you pull up, there's like 999 messages there. That's what we want to talk about. And I'm not sure if this is a very popular view or opinion, and I hope I'm not the only one who is thinking this way, but do you think it's right that any person that you have on your phone, in your contacts, in your social media, can demand your attention at an instant, any time of the day? I mean, just think about it. Maybe I'm working and then I get a notification of how Carla posted her story. Maybe she's not even trying to get your attention, it doesn't matter. Why should that break your flow? Isn't that distracting? And then maybe someone actually sends you a message directly. So someone's actually trying to get a hold of you. Even then, why do they get to demand your attention at an instant? You don't owe anybody your attention or time. You decide and choose to give it. So if there's a bunch of people on my phone talking, having conversations, someone's messaging me, I don't get any of those notifications. All of my notifications are off permanently. This way, I get to choose when I want to talk to someone. I'll open my phone whenever I'm done with whatever I'm doing, and then I can be like, oh, look, this person was asking something, let me reply. I'll go through, check my messages, whatever. Isn't that so much more peaceful? Just have some respect for yourself. People don't get to just take your time away, your focus and attention at will. And your device with all your notifications on gives them that power. Why should they have that power? Have some standards. That's what I think and practice. It's not out of arrogance. It's not because you're such an important person and nobody can just contact you. It's not that. It's simply because, hey, I want to do my thing, and if I feel like talking to someone, I'll talk to them. Just like before all this phone messaging was popular, what did we used to do? If we want to see a friend, we would go over to their house, see if they're home, and if they were available, they would also accept and then go hang out with us. And when that happens, it's a lot more meaningful. But this random texting back and forth throughout the day with like 10 million people, that just keeps you distracted. Now, of course, are there cases where somebody actually has to contact you and they need your answer right now? Or there's an emergency? 100%. That's what your phone is for. Don't forget, That's the original function of it. It's because somebody needs to contact you at that point because it's important enough. Not because they just sent you a meme, but it's just because it's important. In those cases, yes, I have my phone ring always on. I can feel my phone buzz or, it's vibrating, so I know someone's calling me. And if they're calling me, it's probably about something important. It's not going to be some bullshit. What about people that are expecting your reply? So if you're expecting a message from someone, or someone's waiting for your reply, obviously you're going to check your phone, reply to that person, and then go back to what you were doing. You're not just going to be like, yeah, I feel like talking to you in 2 hours, so I'm going to reply in 2 hours, and you're just going to sit there and wait. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is most of the time it's not important, so there's no reason for you to reply. It's not time sensitive. And the messages or the people that are time sensitive, those you need to reply to. So for example, this actually happens sometimes where I'll check my phone, I'll reply to a person that's waiting for my reply, and then close it. I'm not going to reply to anybody else at the time because I'm busy, I'm doing something. But it just so happens that those people saw that I went online but never actually responded. And, sometimes they get offended. But that's not a problem. It's very easy to explain that, hey, I'm replying because actually I'm working right now and this person is my colleague. So of course I went online, replied to that person, and then went back to what I was doing. And I know a lot of us probably use WhatsApp for work, so that's exactly it. There are some people on there that are just friends that you talk to from time to time. Maybe it's your family. But other than that, maybe you're just talking to your coworkers about work. It doesn't mean you're going to go in and now check all the other messages and start replying to your friends in the middle of work. It's so distracting. So guys, the reason I'm bringing this up is we just can't be acting like little boys. And little boys and girls have all of their notifications on 24/7. Their phone is jumping up and down with notifications. Just imagine yourself. You want to be that guy, you want to be that businessman, or you want to be that certain character that you're building. You want to be well respected. Let's say you're 25, 30 years old. And maybe you're hanging out with other respectable people. Maybe you're at business meetings. Maybe you're at social gatherings. And your phone starts going off like a little girl. Isn't that embarrassing? I know some of you guys may not have become aware of this yet. So that's why I'm telling you. It just gives the wrong idea. It's just so embarrassing. And I know this because when I'm working with people and I initially have so much respect for them and think, wow, what a respectable individual. They're really good at what they do, and all of that is great. But then you're having a conversation with them, and you see their phone buzzing all the time, and you can see they're looking at the phone. They're barely able to keep the eye contact with you. And then they break, and they go and check their phone in the middle of your conversation. As soon as a person does that, it's just, what are you doing, man? There's a level of disrespect there. I'm here in person talking to you, and you're just gonna pull up your phone with notifications from people posting stories, replying to your comments, sending you DMs, group chats, people that are not here right now. They're not there in person. They don't need you to talk to them right now. And you're just gonna check the messages. Maybe you won't even reply. You just have to check and read them because it's your habit, because you just have to know what they're saying. That is a big sign of immaturity. You're going to lose respect from a lot of people that way, and you're just going to show that you're basically fake. You portray this image that you're this man, and then you're checking your phone every 5 seconds like a little boy. So guys, we just can't be doing that. Guys, if you have Snapchat, think about it. Who has Snapchat? I used to have it when I was 15, and it was very new. I had it for a couple years. It was brand new, but then I grew up. I thought, what the fuck am I doing? Sending pictures of me and typing a little quick message to a group chat, or keeping a streak, a fucking irrelevant streak. I don't even have the words for it. It's just so embarrassing. What's the point of that? Why don't you have a streak of how many days in a row you went to the gym? Why don't you keep a streak of how many days in a row you actually went to bed on time? Why don't you keep a streak on what actually matters? Somehow your life's just gonna get better if you keep streaks of things that matter. But you keeping a streak with that girl that friend zoned you, that you think if you guys get to a 365-day streak, that suddenly she's gonna like you more? Or that It gives you some kind of credibility because it means you've known her for this long and you've kept in touch. So maybe, just maybe on the off chance, she's gonna slip up and let you slide it in. Not in a million years. Those things just don't happen like that. As a matter of fact, that girl you're keeping a streak with for a year, for 2 years, she's with the guy that doesn't even have Snapchat and he doesn't even follow her back on Instagram. So next time you catch yourself sending snaps, just ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing with my time? I am exhibiting low value behavior. Would an adult, a man, do this? Would they? Who's the person you look up to? Who do you want to be like? Are there a few people that you look up to that you think it would be cool to be like them? Maybe a mentor, a hero, whatever you want to call it. Do they do that? Do they even have Snapchat? Do they even know what Snapchat is? Think about that. Think about the way people look at you. Whenever I see a man and they open their phone and they have fucking Snapchat, I immediately realize I'm dealing with a little boy. No matter how they portray themselves to be, I look at it and see, damn, this guy's sending snaps to his friends. What other stupid shit does he do with his time? My respect goes from here to here. It just drops a level immediately. And I know a lot of us actually think the same way. There's no way I'm the only one who thinks this is just weird. I know there are plenty of other guys and men like me who are sitting there thinking, yeah, like, fucking grow up, boys. You're not a pubescent teen anymore. What are you doing sending all these snaps to friends and girls, trying to get a girl? You do know that you may be sending all these snaps to girls, but if there was a guy who approached her in person, he would immediately have her. And you could have done this all this time. But no, you've been keeping a streak because one day you're gonna have her, is what you think. So guys, this message is just for some of us to really grow up. I know I was making some fun of you guys, but sometimes you just need that to really understand the severity or the humility of the situation, of what it actually looks like to people who are aware of these things. So do yourself a favor. You don't have to start by just making your phone go blank, but just remove some of those notifications. Maybe even the first ones I've discussed, which is just from random apps. And then maybe work your way up to removing some group chats notifications. Maybe just leave the DMs. That's already going to make your life a lot more better. And not only that, but people are also going to respect you more because you're not checking your phone every 5 seconds. And if you want to take it to the next level, delete a social media app. If you have Snapchat, I can tell you right now, just get rid of that. Just delete it. Delete the app. You don't even have to delete your account. Imagine somebody asks for your Snapchat and you're like, I don't use Snapchat. What a fucking flex. When you're talking to a girl and every guy she had before you had Snapchat and she asks you, yeah, do you have Snapchat or something? And you say, no. Instagram? Nah, I don't really use it. How about your number instead? That's the only option I have. That's what's gonna give her butterflies. She's gonna be like, damn, this guy's energy feels different. He's not a little boy who has Snapchat. I'm dealing with a different species of man here. That's how you become that guy. This is just one small thing that's gonna set you apart from everybody else. So take the leap, do what you need to, and then see how over time people perceive you differently. If you guys like this video, feel free to follow. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one.